let's start page 2. Okay, we go to our page 2 to look at our word of the day, keep nose to the grindstone. All right, so word of the day, keep nose to the grindstone. This brings the meaning of work very hard for a long time, work very diligently, dedicated to the work, and then eventually trying to get results or whatnot lah. Okay, so please write it down. What's this? To work very hard for a long time. Okay, to work very hard for a long time. The sample sentence you can build, okay, or construct with this. Let me just write it up there. Some sentence can be like, Putri kept her nose to the grindstone all year and got the exam results she wanted. Okay, so Putri dedicated a lot of her time to work on a particular subject or whatnot, to continue to keep working, right, for a very long time, and eventually she got what she wants as a result. Okay, so this should be your current situation for this upcoming few months up to your SPM. All right, nose to the grindstone. Okay, so if you've done this portion, raise your hand so that I know that I can move on to the next part. Meanwhile, if you look at the below, right, there will be some vocabularies. Definitely there will be some vocabulary that we're going to learn later today, but I will not bring you through for the quick quiz later. So that one will be pushed to the before we start our week 2 syllabus next week. Just a reminder, after we finish our syllabus today, the vocabularies that have been learned will become a quick quiz in the next week. All right. So far so good. I saw Transhen thumbs up or raise hand already just now. What about others? Have you done? Okay, Putri done. Who else? Okay, Jin Heng done. Then Ting Wei, have you done? Okay. All right. Then everyone done now. Let's move on. So this is the one that I say it's about the fact sheet. It's very useful for your future whenever there's like sports related kind of essay lah. So before that, sports from around the world, we all know that all these famous personnel, right? People is from the sport industry, like Nicole David, Wilson Sim, right? We have Charles Cole, like Lionel Messi, LeBron James, and also Bradley Cinder. So they are very famous sport athletes from different field. Like there's tennis people, swimmer, okay. We have the Paralympic one. We have like football, basketball, yada yada. So for Malaysia, all right, for Malaysia, the future of the sports industry, is it bright or bleak? Okay, is it bright or bleak? I would say it's a bit bleak because from most of the time I didn't heard any students of mine that they say that they are quite interested in joining the sports industry or sports school. So lesser youngster nowadays will try to venture into this industry. Okay, so definitely if it's like so, we do not have anyone else to help us to continue our field. Right, so here I want to let you know what's the advantage. Okay, advantages if you join the sport industry, and what's the disadvantages. Hopefully that we know the current situation and also the current sport athlete situation. All right, advantage number 1, tournaments around the world allows athletes to experience a diverse life. You need to travel around the world to join different tournaments or competition. So by doing this, you're able to know a lot of different people, to experience a lot of different lifestyles, so diverse life. Okay, however, This will also bring you another disadvantage. So everything have both sides, right? Two sides. So good is you can experience a diverse life. The bad is it will help to force, okay, the athlete to write it down, sacrifice time with loved ones. Because if they are not doing tournaments or competition, chances are they're doing training. So most of the time they will not have time to spend with their loved ones. Okay, so this is the disadvantages. We move on to the next pointer. Okay, for the advantage number 2, athletes have the ability to diversify streams of income. Okay, because they are quite famous. So if you're famous, you are sort of have some influence, right? Power. Then eventually you can also try to earn money from it. So how can you earn money? The first one is performance-based contract. Break it down. Okay. So if they can earn, if they can win more tournaments or competition, definitely the sports, what's it called, sports club or their society will give them, or depending on which particular team that they are with, they will give them performance-based contract. Okay, performance-based money, all right, because they are doing contracting. Otherwise, will be like Lee Chong-wei, although he no longer involved in a lot of different tournaments or competition nowadays, he have a lot of money income coming from the sponsorship and endorsement. So the example below is the Chaji lah. Okay, he's the endorse, he's currently endorsing the Chaji. Okay, so performance-based contract, sponsorship, and endorsement is the streams of income for the sports athlete. All right. However, there is also some athlete, especially Paralympics one, because I think for Malaysia wise, we're not doing a lot of good things for them. Okay, we did not provide sufficient benefits to this particular area of sport ethics. So some athlete may have to break it down, live from hand to mouth. Okay, it's pretty sad. It's pretty sad where they earned like a lot of like nama harum for us. However, we did not really take care of them a lot. All right. I did I did met someone before. I forgot her name, sorry. But in Bukit Bintang area, there is one Paralympic sport athletics where she will actually just go around and sell the tissues and whatnot in order to try to sustain her day-to-day life. So it's pretty sad for that. Okay, so this is the disadvantage part. Then we move on to the next one. If you are a sport athlete, you are also able to enjoy greater health because most of the time you're trying to train your body. Definitely your body condition will be better as compared to the normal people. However, at the same time, sometimes you will also have injuries and failures when you overtrain your body. Okay, and in tournament competition, this kind of extreme situation, when you want to like win another team or win another athlete, chances are you will face a bit of injuries or failures when you're trying to get the move. So this is the bad side of it. All right, okay, we are currently in our page 4 for those who just joined. Then we move on to the next portion. Then next one, plenty opportunities for life after retirement. Because again, if you are famous enough, you will have sponsorship and endorsement, or the money that you've earned from the previous life, right? It's quite a lot if you are famous enough. Okay, then the money if you use it wisely for investment and whatnot, then definitely it can help you to plan a better future for your life after retirement. Okay, it's okay, Shani, don't worry. There's an error. My apologies. Okay, my bad. Next one, you can also be an inspiration for future generation. A lot of times, Dr. Lee Chong Wei have inspired a lot of different people especially. But I don't know what is the new star for the current sport industry. Maybe Wilson Sim, maybe Li Zijia. Okay. So these are the advantages, right? The next one, the very last disadvantages is that ageism means when you age, when you become older, it will become a big challenge. Because for sport athletes, I think they will only be able to be active in that industry, particularly for tournaments and competition, in their, I don't know, maybe early 20s till 40. All right. When you come to like 40 and above, you are not able to join a lot of different tournaments and competition because they felt like your body condition may not be able to compete with those that are younger. All right. So most of the time when you become older, the opportunities will become lesser. And you'll need to see how can you change your plan in terms of career path. Okay, so this is what will be faced for sport athletes. All right, for sport athletes. So far, so good. Any questions? If there's no questions, I'll move on now just to count down in 5 seconds. For those who just joined late and haven't finished up, maybe you can just do a screenshot first. All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's go. So we move on to the right-hand side. So that one is the current sport industry situation. Now let's look into like things that is closely related to you. Okay. In order to book future potential sport athletes for our country, we will need to encourage students to play sports. So why should students play sports? One, play sport can improve your overall health. Definitely, you are healthier than those who do not do sports. Okay, always constantly sit down or just staying indoor, right? Secondly, you can also write it down, build self-esteem and self-confidence. Okay, and all these are quite scientific proven because when you are doing sports, your body release what they call dopamine, and then it can help you to reduce your stress. And when you're not that stressful, you think about more in a more positive manner. So you will have, and also if your body shape is nice, right? So you will have your self-esteem and self-confidence. Okay, so this is how playing sports can bring you the benefits of it. Right. Another thing is it can also empower students with life skills. Okay. If you do sports and academic at the same time, chances are you have not enough time. You need to balance it. So time management skill will eventually be learned. Okay, time management skill. Next one, because of time management, you will also eventually become more disciplined. And most of the time, sports, if we are talking about the solo sports like, I don't know, tennis or whatnot, solo without competing with others, right? Like badminton, you can play with others and you can talk a bit. But if it's for solo sport wise, maybe it's a bit more dull and boring. But if you're still able to sustain and try to be very dedicated to it, chances are you are a very disciplined person. All right, so this is a life skill. If you're disciplined, you're able to achieve a lot of good things in your life. So time management, discipline, and the next one is leadership. Why do I say so? For team sports, if you involve in team sport where you need to have some strategy while doing competition or while playing a game, right, a match or things like that, you need to communicate with a lot of people. And how to make everyone agree with you is part of leadership skill. Okay. And if you're able to manage your time wisely, be disciplined, able to communicate with people, you have the leadership skill. All right. So leadership skill is one of the things that you can learn. And the very last one is the cooperation and also communication skill. Either you become the leader, you have to give advice or instructions to your team members, or you need to follow your team leader's advice or instructions. So you have to be cooperate. Okay, so all these life skill will help you in your day-to-day life or even your future working time. All right, so it's important. It's not that students who doesn't play sport cannot learn, but students who play sport will have more opportunity to sharpen all these skills, and also at the same time eventually build easier, all right, easier as compared to those who didn't play sport, right? So that's all. Okay, so why students should play sports? This is all the reasons that you have, and how to encourage participation in sports. There will be from different aspect. Okay, different parties can do different things to encourage this. First thing first, if it's from your house, okay, parent side, your parents should incorporate sports during family day or family activities. Okay, so if you are able to memupuk this kind of habit since young, especially, then chances are you will also adapt these habits in the future when you are older. Then it will become part of your what lah, okay, part of your routine, right? Then you will have sports. Next one, if it's for school, to encourage people to get participate in sports, you can make it mandatory. So mandate for curriculum activities, which is what your school is currently doing, okay, must come to the curriculum activities, to the curriculum so that you can get your COCO marks, right? So mandatory, then you will join it. Eventually, if you join more, then it becomes a habit, then you will also participate in it, okay? Or if you don't want to go with a very paksa manner, try to force people to come, right? Another way is to provide, break it down, provide interesting prizes for sports competition. Okay, provide interesting prizes for sport competition. So giving you a very dreamy example, if your sports competition, okay, your Hari Sukan, they are giving out for those who join, everyone can get the latest Nike, I don't know, Nike sports shoes, right? Which cost easily 600 ringgit. Will you join? Yes, I will. Free shoes just for participating. Things like that, right? So just depending on whether the prizes or the gift that they are giving, is it interesting enough for you? Is it attractive enough for you? If it's attractive enough for you, definitely participation rate will be higher. Okay. And the very last one here, provide information on sports related career options. So sometimes people will not join is because they don't understand about the industry. They didn't see what is the future for them to be in that thing, right? So if your school is able to educate you in different other knowledges, right, for different subjects, they also can provide you information on sports related career options. Then chances are you have better understanding. Perhaps it can also spike in the interest for you to participate in sports. All right. So that's that. Then we move on to the very last portion. For government wise, it's very easy. First thing first, for people to understand how the sport industry will like, they will need to provide opportunity of internship or apprenticeship in the sport industry so that people can go into it, try out themselves and see if they like it or not, or at least there is a way for them to understand. A lot of time we only see it from the newspaper, we understand it from the interviews again on the news, right? There's no way for us to experience sport athlete life. We doesn't know that whether is it suitable for us or not. Then chances are we'll choose the most by default signature or the classic career. Go for lawyer, doctor, accountant, where it can ensure menjamin you a brighter future, earn more money, right? These kind of things. So next one, offer financial incentives such as scholarships or interest-free loans. So just like your scholarship for your university, right? If you can score good in this subject and can get scholarship for for non-core curriculum kind of subjects, then why not for sports as well? If you're good in your sports, give out the financial incentive like scholarships or loans, then people will be able to just join in without any concern. Because some of the time it's not that they don't like sport, they just do not know how can they earn money with sports, and they do not dare to just risk their future with the sport industry, hence they just changed career plan now. Okay, so this is a fact sheet on our sports and money. All right, sports and money. So far so good. Any questions? If you have no questions and you've done this portion, raise your hand. Then we can move on to the vocabulary part. But let me know. So far so good, Okay, Xuan all good. Okay, cool. So move on. Let me look into our timing. I think for the vocabulary, I'll bring you through so that you can have more time to work on the long text. If possible, we cover as much as we can so that your homework will be lesser. All right, so I'll cover this portion together with you. Yeah, let's do this. So first thing first, an uncanny neck for. Uncanny means a very strange or hard to explain. Okay, uncanny means strange. Knack is actually a skill. So when we talk about someone who have an uncanny knack for a particular aspect, right, means that the skill is not very often seen. All right, the answer should be E. A strange or mysterious skill or ability to do something easily and well, right? Some people, okay, we are not talking about like hard skill here. Some people, they have the kind of like mysterious or unknown skill where they are quite lucky. Lucky is actually a skill, I would say, quote unquote skill, because they may seem to have not much skill on something, but they can always do a lot of things easily and in very good. Okay. So this is an uncanny knack for skill. Moving on to the next one, archival. All right, archival means that your opponent. Okay, your opponent. So this is J, the main opponent. All right, archival, the opponent. Next one, we move on. Break the deadlock. Okay, deadlock is when a situation or something falls into a scenario where everything just stopped there and cannot progress further. So if you want to break the deadlock, means you want to push things further, you want to move on. Okay, so this one will be related to K. To perform well in a situation in which no progress can be made for some time. So no progression, you want to push the progressions, break the deadlock. Okay, moving on to the next one, camaraderie. So camaraderie is also synonymous or equals to another word which we call comradeship. Okay, comradeship, where it is like the bond between you and your teammates. Okay, teammates. Sometimes or most of the time, it's talking about the work related one. Okay, it's not just friend. It's your teammates in sports or like your teammates in while you're doing work. All right, so camaraderie. So this one is I. All right, I, where it's about your mutual trust and friendship in someone. Okay. Next one, we move on. Center of attention. I think this is quite self-explanatory. You are the everyone's focus of attention. Everyone will look at you. Everyone pay attention to you. Center of attention. So this one is donkey. Okay, the thing or people that a lot of people notice, can see, right? It's not very low profile, right? Moving on to the next one, driven by. When we talk about driven by, means that it's being motivated by. Okay, H, motivated by. encouraged by what? Okay, what is the source of your energy? What is the source of your dedication to something to push you further? All right. Question number 7, earn the title. If we are saying someone have earned the title for something, means that they are successfully able to, write it down, B, achieve something great and has been given recognition. Okay? So if you are a newbie in a particular industry, you may not have any title. People don't know who you are. But if you are able to perform well and able to show yourself in front of a lot of people, okay, become the center of attention, or at least let people know that you are able to perform well, achieve that, people recognize you, then you earn the title. All right. Next one, question number 8, erupt in cheers. Okay, this is just a description in terms of a scenario where everyone from a very silent mode suddenly cheer, all right, cheer all out, very cheerful, okay, because you achieve something. So question number 8 should be your L. Suddenly filled with cheers, okay, erupt in cheers, just like the volcano eruption suddenly burst out. All right. Moving on to the next one, hail as. When we talk about hail is when you praise in a very extreme manner, as if like she's the goddess, okay, she's the god, he or she, okay, is the best person in the world or something like that. So hail as is M, all right, M, where you praise enthusiastically. Oh my God, you are the best, okay, the perfect human that I've ever seen, in a very dramatic manner. Hail as. Horn skill, question number 10. Horn skill here. Horn means sharpen. Okay, sharpen. So how do you sharpen your skill? Make yourself better in a particular aspect. You can say horn skill, which is C. Very good. C. All right, sharpen skill. Next one, question number 11, in the headlines. So when we say that someone is in the headlines, means they make it to a lot of people's a lot of people notice them, okay? So in the headlines is related to F, very good, all right? F, appear as a heading at the top of a page in a newspaper, all right? But nowadays, a lot of people no longer read newspaper, right? So in the headlines also means that you can make it to a lot of people's eye, a lot of people notice them, maybe in social media or like Instagram. Become viral, I would say, become famous. A lot of people recognize them in the headlines. Okay, next one, showboats. So showboats is quite special, where we are talking about someone trying to pattern, okay, trying to pattern, trying to just attract attention or attract admiration from someone else in a very annoying manner. So you do that thing is just because you wanted to get the fame, but not because you enjoy. So showboats related to our G, someone who plays a sport in a way that is intended to attract attention or admiration, especially when this is annoying. Okay, sure words. And the very last one, unsung hero, is related to a person who have done something great or important, but received little or no recognition. Okay, no one praise, right? When we talk about praising, we sometimes we sing praises, right? So unsung hero, no one praise them, no one recognize them, no one knows them. Okay, but they did something great because they are hero still. Okay, so for question number 1 till question number 13, your answers for all this, the matching should be EJKID, HBLMC, FGA. EJKID, HBLMC, FGA. All right. So any questions? If there's no question, raise hand. We move on to long text portion. So far, so good. Okay. There's a lot of like vocabulary drilling and also at the same time a lot of reading going on for today's lesson. Okay, because we are not doing things that is related to our essay today, but all this information will prep us for our next week's syllabus, which is related to our essay one. Okay, so once you've done this portion, raise hand, then we can move on. So guys are good. Okay. Okay, Putri okay, Tingwei okay, Chuan Shen, Xuan Yi, and Zhiheng, so far so good. All right, then we move on. So this long text portion, since we have a little bit of time here, let's work on this by yourself. All right. In the passage, there will be blanks that you need to fill in. Most of the blank, I would say, is related to what we have learned from the 13 vocabularies above. Okay. And you only have to put in one word. So there will be hints for you to identify what are the things that you need to put in. But some is totally not in what we have learned above. Okay, you need to recognize it by using your common sense or based on your understanding which one. Is there any words or terms that you think is suitable for that particular blank? Just fill it in first. Later we'll discuss together. All right. And then if you've done the passage portion, you can move on to the multiple choice question below. There's a total of 8 questions. Okay, you can work on it. Or something. Or maybe I'll give you time to work on the passage first. Then we discuss on that. Later that I'll spend give you a bit more time to work on the multiple choice below. Multiple choice question below is easier because like so you will have the exact answers one, right? You won't have the error. Let's do that. So for this one, there's total of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 14 blankos here. I'll give you 10 minutes. Is that too less? 50 minutes lah. Okay, 50 minutes. Read through the passage, fill in the blanks with the suitable word, right? And also ensure that you really understand what they're talking about. Then later after we discuss, you can just dive right into the multiple choice question below lah. Okay, I think that's better. So 15 minutes starting from now, you can do it. Okay, look into the passage below and do it yourself. Let me quickly pull my timer out so that you are also aware of the timing. Right. And for those watching the recording, can pause it here, do it yourself first, and later resume back the recording to cross-check the answers with our discussions. Cool. Let's go. So let me mute myself first. But if you have any particular vocabulary that you want to explain further, let me know. So for our A, the answer should be unsung hero. Okay, let me just zoom in a bit so that you have a better view of it. B is your earned. Okay, earn him the title. C, honing his skill. Okay, you do not bulat put them without changing the word form. Depending on the context, you need to change slightly. So hence, there is some difference. All right, not just like what we have learned from the previous vocabulary section. Okay, donkey, you have. Okay, sorry, let me see. Unsung, earned, honing, and this one is your center of attention. When we move on to the second paragraph, this one is midfielder. So if you don't know, I don't blame you because this is quite specific for football, sports lover only might know lah. Okay, midfielder. I continue to push up a bit. All right, F is your net. Okay, next for G is your showboats. Showboats. Okay. H is your camaraderie. I is your archival. All right, archival. Passer in E. Let me see if it carries the same meaning. Passer also quite okay. Because you look at the passage and then you understand it like so, right? But it's not specific enough, I'm afraid. That let me confirm. Yeah, you can't. It's a quite specific term. So just change to midfielder instead. Because sometimes, what else do they have? Let me see. they have like striker, and also like attacking midfielder and whatnot like that. So they can also pass the ball differently, but it's not the specific role lah. All right. So that's that. Let me just zoom up a little bit and look at what we have and the profile. Zoom up a bit. Are you able to read it like though? Okay, hopefully you can read like this. We move on to the right hand side, right? J is your deadlocked. Sorry, without S, deadlocked. K is your erupted. Then we have L is striker. Okay, striker. Then M is your victory. Right. Celebrate their victory. The very last one, N is headlines. Headlines. Okay. So these are all the vocabulary should be in the each sections. So far so good, right? We have 8 questions below. Maybe I'll give you 5 minutes to quickly go through and see what's the best answer for each section, because I believe you have already read through the passage. After 5 minutes, if you still haven't done, it's okay. I'll give you the answer at the side, so you can cover it up and then do it and cross-check yourself. All right. But for the other pages, like page 8 onwards, page 8 till your page 11, I will not give you answers for now. You need to do it yourself, complete yourself, and obtain or request the answers from me from WhatsApp. Okay. So 5 minutes from now, work on it first. For your question number 8 to question number 1 to question number 8 in page 6 till 7. And later we will discuss on this, then we will call it a day. All right. So far so good. Okay, let's go. For those watching the recording, same thing. Please look into it, do it yourself, and then resume back your recording and question answer with this. Oops. Okay, jalan. Resume our discussion together. All right. So you will look into the question 1 to question 8. Okay, but I will try to find the answers in the passage for you. So later I'll give you the answers and also highlight for you to let you know that it's memang in the passage lah. All right. So the first question, in the beginning of the story, what was Lucas' special quality on the football field? This one, beginning of the story, the answer should be boy. His commitment and participation. Okay, quote unquote special quality. So where can you find it? It's from your paragraph 1. He was not the star player nor the score the most. However, his dedication and selflessness on the field earned him the title. Okay, so that's that. Next one. Question number 2. How was Lucas considered as an unsung hero? Right, the answer should be donkey. He contributed to the team without seeking recognition. All right, he's not seeking recognition. He was never the center of attention. Okay, like the flashy goal scorer and the nimble dribbles. Right. Moving on to the next one, question number 3. What motivated Lucas to keep playing football despite getting lack of attention? Right. So this one again, it is about his passion. Okay. Where can you get it? It's from your paragraph 2. This portion. Okay, where is it? He was driven by his loved. Here. And the camaraderie he shared for his teammate. So this is the answer for question number 3. Okay. Question number 4. What was the situation during the game against the Oakdale United, right? The answer should be donkey. Okay. the score was tight and everyone is a must-win game. Everyone is trying to get the marks to break the deadlock. So this is donkey. Question number 5. What was the key moment that led Fairfield's victory? Okay, the answer should be donkey as well. Lucas perfectly timed and weighted pass. Okay, so this one can be found in your paragraph 4. With a perfectly weighted pass, he sent the ball soaring through the air. Then it got into the striker, then striker can unleash a powerful shot, then got a goal. All right, moving on to the next one. Question number 6. Lucas' teammate words, right, show that what? Lucas' teammate words A show that he acknowledged Lucas' role as a vital team member. Vital means important, So where is it from? It's here. Without your passes, Lucas, we wouldn't have won in your paragraph 5. Okay, so recognition, acknowledgement. Question number 7. How did Lucas feel about his performance being overlooked? Okay. Does he feel anything? He did not. All right. He ignored it. He did not felt disappointed. He did not saw it as a burden. He did not thought it was unfair. So the best answer here is A. Okay. Moving on, question number 8, the very last one. What can be learned from Lucas, an unsung hero? Contribution to success are the top priority. C. Okay. So the answer for this should be, let me write it down for you. Why is the arrow one? Okay. So it should be boy, donkey, apple, donkey, donkey, apple, apple, cat. All right. Boy, donkey, apple, donkey, donkey, apple, apple, cat. Okay. So far, so good. Any questions? So far, so good. Okay. All right. If you have no questions, if you've done all 8 questions, right? So raise your hand. Okay. 好的. All right. Okay. So homework, guys. Homework. Your homework should be from practice 4 up till your the very last practice of the week. Okay. So page 8 until your page 11. I would say not that much lah, because technically only two set, and it's not that hard also. Right? Work on it and then WhatsApp me. WhatsApp me. All right. So far so good. That's all. Thank you for the time. Next week, same timing. I'll see you again. Bye-bye. Do homework. Send to me. Bye. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Thank you.